Up to.
Yeah.
Good morning. Now I'm going to go there at the moment and drop down that screen. Still working out how to handle eCam and everything with it, and I forgot about the iPad again. Hi, Leanne.
Hey, Rose. How are you going?
Hi, Leanne. How are you?
Good,
I'm
thank
fine.
you.
I'm fine.
I've just remembered my phones as well.
Yeah, and I'm just about to do the same because mine's on the charger. So, of course, I forgot about that, didn't I? And all the other notifications that are there. So I'm just closing everything off. A very bad, naughty way of starting a live show. We should be better organised than this, shouldn't I?
Oh, I should be too.
Look, I'll use the excuse of it's been Easter and it fuddles the brain a little bit with what you organise around family visits and things that you do and stuff that happens. So I'll use that.
I could use a chocolate overdose as well, but I only have one little small piece of chocolate all weekend. So.
Well, on Sunday, yes, I had one small Hague's brand Easter egg that I was given by my daughter, son-in-law, and the two kids, basically. Well, I ate that, and once they'd gone, I sort of thought, oh, that wasn't quite enough, so I went and bought a block of chocolate. And I thoroughly enjoyed it.
I have chocolate here on my desk in my bedroom, the kitchen, and it's just like, do I really feel like it? I'd rather a hot cross bun at the moment than chocolate. It's crazy.
I could get one or two of those out the freezer as well. I actually did bake my own hot cross buns and froze them. I just realised I did freeze some. Your friend of ours, like those who are here, may know I dare or not. I don't know. She did ask if I could send a photo of the hot cross bun. I thought, I ate them all. And then I realised I have frozen some, but I'm not photographing them because they don't have the cross on them. I got lazy and didn't do the cross. So they're a fruit bun.
Oh, nice. So you can have one year round. It doesn't have to be Easter.
Oh, yeah, exactly. That is so right with that.
That's it.
And just seeing through what comments we have at the moment. Because some of the cross-posting didn't quite work, we just discovered, to those who are out there. Now, I did show our names. I just thought, well, I better just do that again quickly. There might be some out there who don't know specifically who we are, as in which name matches which person. So instead of, sort of believing, well, that's Leanne, me, and the rest, there it is. We've got Leanne is there. I think that's where you're showing up. I might be pointing the wrong way.
I haven't got my second screen on, so I can't see it.
Well, I did. Oh, look, I was going to, and then I decided, no, it's too distracting. I'm still not quite octopusy enough to actually get in and sort of look at that and do that. And I've got eCam in the background because I want to share the table, like where I'm doing the cards and stuff, maybe. It just gets too hard. So I thought, we'll do what is basically the housekeeping-y type stuff first, because it's been a while since we've done that. Have the names there to identify which one of us is whom, and we've done that now. And the other thing that, as we were coming to our live and starting the show, there was that instant where you realised, even though I had done the slider for cross-posting, it hadn't to your page. So I knew I'd done the cross-posting. I checked my two pages because I have access to those. I don't know if I've got access to yours or not. It doesn't matter. You noticed it hadn't done it.
Yeah.
What's that about?
Well, it hadn't come up. Put it there.
No.
I've got 11, 11, 11 on my screen. We've got 11 viewers, 11 reactions, and 11 comments. How's that?
Yes.
There's
Screenshot that.
synchronicity.
How do I do that? Hang on. I'm just going to...
Nobody comment.
I'm just going to do that. There we go. Just done a screenshot. I was octopusy enough to do that quickly.
Yeah, I was going to say, watch, my camera doesn't want to wait now.
Yeah, see, if I was trying to do that with my phone, I'd have to unplug it because it's charging, which I actually did notice as I turned it into airplane mode. It is actually 100%. I'd have to unplug it, which I've done now. I'd have to open it. I'd have to find the camera thing. No.
Now we've got 11, 12, 13. How's that?
Yeah, it is too.
Yeah. That's cute. I love it. I love the way things catch your eye. The signs.
Well, they do, especially numbers. They do after a time, and now it's 15. 11, 12, 15. Now, where was I? Because when we first came into the show, that's what we'd found, and you had to go to your page to see if it was there and all the rest of it and why it didn't cross-post and whatnot. It's about that sharing factor that we're trying to have people know where we are, what we're doing. That's the whole idea of doing cross-posting. And it's besides that factor, it's wanting people to be able to find us as easily as they can. So you do it that way as well.
Yeah.
So as a reminder for that one, if you are actually on my Bet's Holistic Therapy page, my Hypnosis Plus with Ros page, Leanne Winston Psychic Medium page, and if you're even on the
Body, Mind and
what's
Spirit
the other one?
page, and Live Hub.
There too, and Live Hub. Yeah, Live Video Hub. There's those pages that, I forgot about that Body, Mind, Spirit one. Anyway, you've done that.
It might not be there then because I haven't done that today.
Yeah, well, that's
we can though. Yeah.
It's those various processes that we go to try and make it as easy as we can for you, the viewer, and the person wanting to see what we're up to, join in the chat with the, that chat stream that shows up. To be live, in that live chat stream that I can see it, you do need to be on that mytimetv.live link in that page to be able to chat in there so I can see it. That's why I did this long story to bring it to that short instruction. Because there is a link in the description of what I've done and created as these broadcasts. So you'll see it there and because I'm not on that right page, it does show up in the top of the description that says, click on this link for today to have your comments and questions seen by Ros. And there should be the number at the end that ends in 040 as the number of the video that you need to be hooked into. So long as you're actually checking that up there is mytimetv.live, you should be on the live one and seeing us comment. So
that's it. Exactly. And now, also, we've got to remember, Ros, because of the baiting, what do they call it? Baiting, Facebook baiting. There's certain words we can't say anymore. So we'd like to say give us some love down below and let us know how your day's been and how you can share the love with others. Yeah. Share is probably not the right word to use because that's what
Look, Facebook are trying to control some of the excess, and I think the proper term that they've been using is engagement baiting, and it does mean that if it's just straight broadcasting, to have that term of sharing it out to others and the rest in specific ways, it's just that and nothing else. It's in a conversational manner. It tends to get targeted by Facebook, and that's what they're cutting down on. So exactly right.
If being creative, you know what we're doing and what we're talking about.
If it takes a bit more of a longer story to say the same thing around about getting the word out there and sort of letting other people know that might be interested in being here, you just need to let them know. And the areas that you do that are actually on the screen, as most of you would probably be used to doing by now.
That's it. That went off to the side.
And wherever we point, just look on your screen and find it.
That's it. You'll work it out. You'll catch on really quickly, I'm sure. I had to laugh yesterday. I did up a post because I'm going to, as of this Monday coming, I'm going to start a live healing on Mondays at 8:45 p.m. for the hour each week. And my goal is to get 1,000 people watching live and receiving that healing. So it's going to be a free healing where I will talk people into or through a tiny bit of a meditation, or even if you just want to sit there and relax and open yourself up to that healing. So I sat there and I did a post last night, and without saying those words, I put arrows and invite your family, and I've taken a screenshot of the words, the like and all that below the Facebook and transferred it into the picture and stuff. So I was thinking, I'm going to beat you buggers. I'm going to get past this. There's ways and means. Challenge us.
And whether we actually beat it or not, it's still about interaction. What we're wanting to do is have that interaction, because that's the point they're actually trying to get into as well, I think, is having interaction with people, not just being blasted and receiving things that tell us to do something that creates a result that is just for, what's the word, the baiting, so it's interesting. It'll be very interesting to see how things develop for future. Progress in how Facebook are trying to do it, are wanting to do it, whether they get the result they want or not. And the thing that we want to still keep doing is what we love doing. And I know for me, I love doing these lives. I still haven't got to more than just this weekly yet. But, you never know what else is coming up. You've got, probably, what are you up to? Like, you're doing 3 or 4 regular weekly ones now where people can actually get into the groove of staying in touch with various readers that you're
what have I got?
Showing up with. You've got Tuesday night. Well, Monday night you've just mentioned.
Yeah, Monday night. Tuesday here. Tuesday night with Yvonne. Wednesday night with myself, and then the 3 when I'm not on the road, which I am this Friday, will be Yvonne and myself. So 5. Yeah. That'll be 5. Unless I get passed on to others guest shows.
Well, it's a busy schedule. It's a busy schedule. That's hard to say together.
That's it. And I'm trying to do little lives every day where I pop in and say hello as well. So I'm adding that to it, just even if they're 3-4 minute hellos, sort of thing. So
and,
I'm getting addicted.
Well, I've managed to catch most, because one of the other things that's not always mentioned is there is now, is it with Facebook? Yeah, the notifications. You can actually set your notifications to be receiving all of what an individual does or a page does. So you can set what you see of Leanne's posts, whether it's, the Body, Mind, Spirit one, the Leanne Winston Psychic Medium.
Psychic Medium. Now,
it's like me. The Bets Holistics going out the door when the business name deregisters, which I found out next year. I thought it was this year. It's next year. So that was my goof. And as far as the Hypnosis Plus with Ros, that'll develop. I mean, it is the one that I'm using now, but I do have a couple of other pages. I'm in a bookkeeping one that I don't post on at all anymore. I think I've actually tried deactivating. How do you do that? I don't know. I tried it and thought, well, it didn't work. I might revise it. I don't know. Change it.
Yeah, it's hard.
But, there's that is a way of being kept in the know as to what we've each got coming up, is with notifications. And the Messenger bot things that come up in Messenger now too. Because you've had a trial. Well, you've had a trial. It's actually in action. It's not just a trial of your cards. As well as a Messenger bot. Sorry about the wiggling.
That's all right. Yeah, so we've got that going on, and I actually want to get my head around the bots a little bit more, because with the cards, we've got a team behind the scenes that is doing it. So we've got a lovely gentleman that has created the system to be able to, I call it an app, because that's basically what it is. If it was coming through on your mobile, it would be an app that you would be downloading to your phone or subscribing to. So basically it's an app that runs through Messenger, which is hooked up through the bot system. It's quite technical for those that don't understand or know sort of that side of it. But basically what you do is every day when you subscribe to the the app, you will receive a guidance card in your inbox every day with a voiceover with my interpretation of the card for the day that you receive. So it's all generated through the computer system and everything like that. So it's quite clever. And, you know, where technology is taking us, it's it blows my mind where it'll be in 10 years' time.
Yeah, there's the possibilities in all sorts of things that can happen, and that's why I mentioned it as far as the bots go, because it is another way of keeping in touch with us. Because it's not just what is generated out, it's communication that goes back in as well, because anybody can message you. That's what it is. It's Facebook Messenger. It's based in that avenue, that part of Facebook.
And how many of us check emails these days? I know I do probably more now for my business, but my personal ones, I very rarely check that.
Yeah, well, I check them. I look to see if the subject's worthy, and I have started unsubscribing from things that I don't read anymore. I haven't got time for some of them. My interests have changed, and it's something really that anybody can do. And it does take time, though. Instead of just ignoring them, take the time to go through some of them. Just unsubscribe, and then it's just not taking that space. It's not taking the time to scroll through something you don't want to read anymore. I mean, years ago there was. I'm getting thousands that I still haven't read. And I've got about 4 or 5 different emails. Each one's subscribed to something different. I really do need to spend some time cleaning it up. It releases the energy of thinking, it's full again, I've got to do it again, or just delete. Have I missed something? You know, that's that FOMO. Have I missed something that I should have read? It really does it like that to the brain. Take some time. Do that if you feel that's really where you need to be focusing some of your energy, just to clear it out. Then you can do the fun stuff.
Yeah. Sandra's just asking, how do we get this, please? Is there a link? Honey, if you're on if you're watching this through the My Time TV, I know that there is a ad that has been placed until the end of April. Adair has placed an ad. So if you look, it would be probably pinned to the top of mytimetv.live. I think you need to comment in that ad or in that post, and it will give you 3 free days. So you will receive one card for 3 days. And then if you like the app, you can subscribe, and it's like $9.95, I think it is, per month with that. And you can opt out of that at any time. So if you just go back, like at the end of the show, have a look in My Time TV, scroll up. We could probably do it while we're live even, and just comment in that post about the cards.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I know the bot is connected to that at the moment, so
because it is there and it does work. Although I haven't done the subscribe part at this point.
You do your own cards.
Exactly. That's why.
It's not for everyone.
And the funny thing is, I haven't done this morning's yet. What I thought I'd just do is do a quickly run through those that I can see as comments. I might not put all of them up, but there's Joe to say hello to, Sue, Anita, Deb, Angela, Teresa, good morning, Catherine. Some of these do have the questions, which we might get to later. As you know, it's just potluck whether we do or don't. Did I say Deb? Donna,
yes.
Donna, Anita, Kerry Ann. Hi to everyone. Douglas.
Hi.
Oh, from Canada. There you go.
Beautiful. I love the way we're getting across the world.
Yeah. Angelita, what's hello from North Providence? I reckon, is that Canadian or is that US?
I'm not too sure.
I think that's not 100%
I was trying to
sure.
US.
Angelita, you might need to actually put whether it's US, Canada.
You can educate us, please.
The both of us are in South Australia. Now, it's not a remote area or anything, but it is Australia, which is an island, which is in the Southern Hemisphere. our geography knowledge probably doesn't include a great deal about anywhere else besides. I know
we need to
where
travel more.
Well, I've gone to the UK and Ireland, so I have been there. I've gone to Singapore. I know where that is because that was the stay over on the way. So they're as far as a general, the world layout, yeah, we know that.
Yeah.
But some of the US states, I'm learning because I have friends in the US as well via online communication and technology.
Yeah.
So we have a Naomi as well, Leanne, Land, Aruna, Louise, Lulu, Sandra, Jasmine. There is many of you here, and I'm going to knock it off the bat. Kat, K-A-T, interesting way of spelling it. Hi, Heather, Shannon. So good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are. Yeah.
I was thinking of you this morning, Heather. I haven't rebooked you in. I must do that. Sorry, honey.
I
was in the shower this morning. I thought, Heather. I haven't hooked her in. I think of the weirdest things in the shower, I tell you. Well, not the weirdest.
Sometimes it's that sort of stuff that really does. You sort of realise, oops, I've done a few of those lately too. Oops. Now, I have brought this in. That's my table that's to I'm pointing to it. It's somewhere there. It's the other link. It's that one. What I might do, because we did mention about doing probably cards. I mean, I do the daily cards for myself as when you were saying about that subscription, and I probably am not going to go for the subscription. I do my own. And it's the same. There might be others out there who would enjoy still having that guidance of the day. You said it's a daily one that you get as part of the subscription, or a weekly one? So having daily, daily. Yeah, I mean, and if you don't have a deck of cards, if you don't have tarot yourself or oracles or anything, it's a great way of actually having that little bit of guidance.
And I just love I've got to say, Ros, just for a second, if you don't mind. I love the beautiful messages and the heartfelt messages that I've been getting from those that have subscribed, just to how that card resonates with them on that day and gives them that little bit of hope or guidance sort of thing. And one lady did message me and say, this is a great way for me to wake up in the morning, because it's putting her mind in a positive mindset to start with, and it's helping her get through the day. So it's reminding her that there is more to life and that we do have that choice to make changes and stuff like that. So it was just, it was incredible, the message, reading her message especially. So, and that was just, it's what's working for her. It's great.
I'll just drop that down again because the space isn't there. It's one of those things too that I actually had a chat with. I had a business appointment this morning, and we were talking about the daily guidance factor and the tools and what we use and all of that. It was more along the lines. It was more a business planning meeting for me, and actually in using bots. So it was the intriguing factor of. Now I can't remember how because it's a tool. It's only something that we're using to help guide us. It's not something that we're going to take literally and work our life around to what this card says, or what, in this instance, I'll just turn up this top card that will then be, I don't know what is that one? I'll do it as solo. It's Metatron's cube. Can everybody see that? Oh, that's flaring a bit, isn't it?
I can't actually. There it is.
Is it showing up with a reflection? That's probably not
the best. The camera reflection, but that's not it's okay.
Yeah, it's probably not the best example, but it's the all in the Akashic records. I mean, you're not going to go back and do a meditation and find out what's in your Akashic records and bring it forward to today and absolutely live whatever it says in that to that degree. It's not what they're used for. That's what I was trying to explain. Probably not the best deck. Let's just put this one over here because I've got quite a few decks out here. I've got something else I'm planning for the day. So there's the one out of the liniment, which if only this camera could focus easier. I can't figure out yet how to do the zoom in. So here we have the bear, right? Now, we've seen that a few times already on what I've shown around and about, whether it's been on my own page or whether it's been sometimes here it's come up for people in a reading. Yeah, it's about strength and a mother looking after and nurturing children and moving past various things. It's whatever you want to make it mean, really. So you wouldn't take that literally from your day to work your day around that. It's just the guide in, at the end of the day, realising that had an influence. It was part of what your day was in some way or aspect, didn't it?
Yeah, so, definitely. That's it. I'm going to say happy birthday, Robin. I seen it's Robin's birthday in the comments.
Oh, is it? Oh, because I'm not flashing through those. I'm playing with cards in bed.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, is it? Oh, I've got to see. Yeah, no, I can't see there. Anyway.
10:54.
Yeah, 10:54. Is it?
Yeah.
Let me have a look.
Oh, that was the comment.
Yeah, just made it. Oh, there, that one.
Yeah.
Is anything special for me today, especially it being my birthday? Oh, we'll start with that one. But what I've got to do, if you would like to put something out for Robin that you might read for her, I'm going to do like that. And I've got to set my camera up so it's focused properly for a card.
I just got drawn to using the chocolate cards. I've never used these. I was actually gifting them to somebody else or told somebody else they can have them. I'm sure she won't mind seeing mine. I'm not even going to shuffle it. I'm just going to slide one out, and what comes will come. Oh, these are interesting. So coconut ruffle is helps. They're so tiny. Is the card that I pulled, honey. So coconut ruffle is inner self. And on the back of the card, it says true friends who are both candid and such small writing. And I do have my glasses on. And rugged can also be most honest, even if they are a bit rough around the edges of a bit of a storyteller. Seek out friends who best fit your description during periods of depression and emotional hurt. It's all okay to feel down, and it's okay to feel safe to let others know when you do. It's time to do some soul searching. Perhaps you could do with some healing and on a karmic or past life level. Listen to your inner voice. It will tell you what you need to do. I assess my inner self safely and confidently in order to transform my being to be a higher level. That's interesting. As I said, I've never seen the I was given these cards from a workshop I did as a gift, and I thought, I don't want chocolate cards, but they are quite cute. But I have promised them to somebody else.
I think too now. I think too with that chocolate deck, because I've got that myself as well. That deck. It's a really good one. It's just that quick guidance, just as that quick start to a day, to the end of the day. I quite like it. I haven't used it a lot, but I have pulled it out several times to do exactly that, just have that for a quick guidance and the rest. Now I have got the deck. I've got the camera working there on that one. I'll go solo with that one now. And I'm going to take the comment down so it shows all of the cards that I intuited that you needed 3 cards. And part of the, I'll use a pointer. Oh, that's a crappy, that's not the nicest of pens. I liked it. First thing up, as Leanne was talking about chocolate, there's the mouse. I thought, yeah, it's nibbling away at the crumbs or anything like it. Don't drop your bits and pieces or the mice will be at it. But then the key came up as the next card, and I thought, you beaut, that's a good combination for what I felt this was creating as the story, because what the tarot does, well, what the cards do, in my view, is it actually is creating a story around what the intuition is suggesting and feeling like for you, and that's compass. So it's actually feeling like the mice are really chewing through any barriers that are there, and it's really setting you free. And I am feeling it is for your business and the growth that you're going to have with that, because it's got the compass as part of this reading in here. To me, as the summary, it is redirecting and pointing you in the right direction of what you're heading towards with that growth, that nibbling through. It's been a slow process, but it's more not so much the resources, it's nibbling through any of your own self barriers and worries about it and setting you free, so that there is going to be all of that growth as part of it. So that's what I see in that for you with those cards. And I think, Robin, you have that deck yourself now, don't you, the Lenormands? So I think you said that you had. So there's the comment. And was there anything else that you wanted to add to that?
I want to say, excuse me, honey. I want to say, honey, even being your birthday, go down the beach, sit and just do the reflection, okay? Look at how you've got to this point, what has brought you to this point. Give gratitude and release it. I always like to release it to the ocean, so to speak. And being your birthday, take time for you to do that. But also set your intentions and have that clear intention of what you want over the next 12 months, the next 5 years even, with your birthday, with your business, with your personal life, your relationship, all that sort of thing, the family, in that way. And just put that clear message out to the universe and be at peace with that, okay? And let the universe manifest all that stuff for you, okay? I know you're feeling a bit under the weather today, but just acknowledge it. And, you know, I was reading something with Elizabeth Peru, and was that this morning? Oh, no, that might have been very early hours of this morning when the sun was still down, late last night, early this morning. We are going through a lot of changes, sort of thing. April is a huge month, and a month that things are going to be starting to fall in direction. So just allow yourself to go with the flow. Put that positive mindset out there with that bigger picture that you're building towards, because the universe is bringing this stuff to the forefront now. But when we start doubting and questioning ourselves, that's when we bring the havoc into our lives, and it does cause that torn energy then. So, you know, I might actually go live a little bit later and talk about this for a 5-minute sort of video, and just remind people, you know, we've done a lot of the hard work. We've got to change our structure, our ways of thinking, and just go with the flow and be at peace with things. And that's when things will happen, when we stop fighting it. All right. So, and what a perfect day to do it on your birthday. Good. So send you big hugs too. Okay.
And from me too, of course. A big hug for a birthday. It's birthdays. It was interesting this morning too. I was just saying to the lady that I was talking to, because sometimes things go through the mind like they've been forgotten for ages, and they just, you know, you get your aha and all the rest. It was just that reference to the 5-9 going on to the 6-0. And I sort of thought, well, really, I still feel like a 2-0. So it doesn't really matter what number there is associated with our birthdays. It is that celebration and remembrance, isn't it, of who we are, because we are here. We have been created in this body, existing, experiencing the life that we've got. So, and what we're creating with it. Yeah,
that's it. And we can choose to be empowered in our lives, or we can choose to sit back and have that struggle. So I vote for being empowered and growth and whatever else it brings. So
and that's leading into perfect, isn't it? So true. And I've just gone back to the start of the timeline from when we started our broadcast. You know, as I normally do, I try to work through from that's the furthest, you know, at the start and up. And it's interesting, the struggle that we do sometimes have, we can choose what we end up doing with our lives, regardless of what we've got as the resources. And I'm looking at this one and thinking, morning, ladies, it's from Joe. Been having a really hard few weeks with everything in my life. Can you see things improving? As I saw that, I thought, definitely going to be improving. So, you know, no worries. That was the instant reaction I had. But it just flowed on from when you were just finishing what you were saying. I thought, wow, good one to start with. So what do you see for it? Yeah.
Joe, I agree with Ros. I do feel that things are going to start improving, but I also pick up there's a bit of a stubbornness to you. So whether you're holding on to that stuff or anger, hurt, that sort of side of things, I just let the emotions go. And when you do let that go, that energy will soon move. But look at the lessons that you are learning through these hard times, because I do get there's growth around that as well. Okay, so I'll leave you with that.
And I'm just bringing up the cards and going solo with that. I do have to, I've got to be so careful not to hit the wrong red button there. Leanne knows what I'm talking about.
We might need to send people up a message and go, can you please change the hide comment or the end one in a different colour?
Yeah, it does need to be, doesn't it?
So, Steve, if you're listening, there's an idea for you.
What I've got here for Leanne, though, for Joe, this wasn't it? Your Leanne?
Yeah, I think so.
Last you looked. What we've got here is the dog, which is number 18 in the Lenormand deck. That's the only one I'm going to use for today's references, is the Lenormand deck. And we've got the two staircases, basically. That's actually the path card at 22, and 21 is mountains. So it's the story that's actually telling is, look, there is a lot of loyalty around you and you'll be supported regardless of which decision you make. So the two stairs, it can either be to the light or it can be to the dark, although that's just the comparison. It means that it is two decisions. So of the big ones. So, but it is indicating with the mountains that there is going to be some form of challenge in whichever way you decide, but it's still that you are supported. You have got the loyalty around you of friends and loved ones supporting you in whichever decision you make. And I'm not sure whether, no, it doesn't feel like business. It does feel more like relationships in that one. What do you feel around that one, Leanne? This is saying the story about the growth, more personal growth.
Yeah, I think these challenges is more to do with around your personal growth, honey, and being able to stand in that energy sort of thing. So you've got the people around you to support you. You are heading in the right direction. You do have choice, so remember choice. But when I look at that mountain card, I get you will climb to the top, so you will come out the other side. You'll get to that higher point.
Yeah, it's like the climbing Everest and that feeling that, you have actually reached that goal. And then there's always the having to get back down.
Yeah, I was going to say, just came to mind. Remember to ground yourself and breathe through it as well. So like I said before, the more we fight these energies, the harder it is, the more exhausting physically and emotionally it is on us energetically. So just go with the flow. Okay.
Yeah. Did I click
and the
on that?
energy is testing us. Yeah, we can see that. Yeah. Hey, Catherine.
Yeah. So that's another that's asking about will your future look brighter. I'm getting a yes on that.
Yeah, I do too. And there seems to be a common sort of factor in around the questions today. And I think with what the universal energy is going through and has been through the last couple of months, we are really feeling it. But we are coming out stronger. As much as it's been challenging, I do feel it's positive though, because it is forcing us to let go of the old ways, the old habits, the old structure, and move forward. If we want to stick in that old ways and the victim energy and that hard energy, so to speak, we're not going to get through it. But if you choose to go with the flow and just let go and move forward, you're going to have a lot of growth this year. I think it goes for everybody.
So. I agree. And that there is just it was only 2 cards that I was being shown to give you. So I better hide that comment. It's covering the bottom of the cards, wasn't it? It's snake and it's flowers. So I'm just getting the feeling it's just that little warning with some of what you may experience, that it's just that snake in the grass, it's snake in the tree, or, that type of Adam and Eve, the snake in the tree trying to convince you otherwise. That the bouquets is that it's on the and flowers, it's a gift, it's good feeling, it's something that is a pleasure to receive. So it's not to be convinced by someone else that something's better. It's what your instinct and decisions are going to be that I'm feeling with that one.
Yeah. Stand in your own energy, honey.
Yeah.
Don't allow others to influence you.
So hopefully that one answers that for Catherine, wasn't it, that we had there? I did flip past yours, Teresa, because it's so general. So if you ask more detailed questions, we appreciate it, because it means the flow is a little easier to get through, answering more for people, because, this is, we have a lot of comments come up. We'd like to do right by everyone, really, but it can be a bit, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the next one. This is another from Canada. Hi, Donna.
Hey.
Yeah. Doing a card. So what I'll do is I'll just put that up straight away and quickly shuffle that one. Do you have a card from your lot that you feel you're needing to pull for, or is there just a message there you feel?
Okay, I haven't actually got. I put the chocolate cards away.
I'll put that one. Well, there's a child in your story and a tree, firm foundations. Yeah. I am feeling there's another one. More study or books, learnings.
History even.
Yes.
I was drawn to how old that book looks.
Yeah. I think it's also knowledge that's from a long way back that's going to be pulled forward for you, so that you're going to do a lot of remembering from, I'll drop that comment so it does get the bottom of that book. Oh, yeah, there's not much more in the book itself. It's, I think too, that the connection between the tree, that is I think that's something from the Kabbalah that's called the Tree of Life. The symbols within that. Yeah. So it's a whole knowledge and memory, remembering that I'm seeing in this little story, as far as from childhood through the Tree of Life. And oh God, I didn't realise how spotty my hands are. I'll use a pencil next time. The Tree of Life and all of that as combined knowledge and learning more, going deeper within that. So wow, interesting.
Family history, family
yeah.
So, on the family and the past, the history.
So hopefully that card has helped you there as well, Donna. Now, there's Nita asking if she'll be in a relationship soon.
I get before the end of the year with that, but honey, I do get the feeling that you are putting boundaries around that side of it. So I want to say, open your heart up and just allow that energy to flow, because in my head, I feel like I want this sort of person. I need this sort of person that has to meet these criteria. You are blocking what's being put in front of you currently. So I do feel somebody has already been presented to you, but you have not taken the time to see that because it's not quite within that structure that you're looking for. Okay.
My question too, I might just do this, bring it back up. When I first saw it, I thought, relationship, we're all in relationship. Do you want to really be more specific and actually identify what type of relationship you want as well? Have you been specific enough?
Oh, look at the crosses.
So there's the anchor. I'll use my pencil. Does that show up well enough or not?
Yeah,
it sort of does. So with that one, it's number 35-8. So it's an anchor. And that really is a grounding, a steadying, a finding your place and staying in there for a while. Crosses, that's in the standard deck of the Lenormand. It is actually the last card, and it's usually to do with something that you find really difficult, as in it's the cross that you bear. It's something that you find the hardest thing to actually toss off, because in actual fact, it's something that you're tending to willingly carry. That I would say, Leanne saying there's some blocks there. You need to actually look at that in more detail, find out what that baggage is, because you're carrying it. You don't need to. But what you are after, I'm suspecting it is that the anchor is saying around that relationship, you're wanting to be a bit more steady, to steady you in your life. Look at what the purpose is that you're wanting to have for that relationship. Is it actually the relationship you need, or needing to work on yourself that further deeper, so you're getting rid of that baggage, releasing that cross, and not expecting somebody else to solve those issues for you. You need to be working on that yourself first, so that then you can be fully present in a deeper relationship with somebody else that you want to have hanging around for a while and being, you're steady.
And it's funny because I didn't see that first card. I know it's an anchor. I know the card well, but I didn't see it as an anchor. I got drawn to the two crosses. Pardon me.
Yes.
To me, I don't know, honey, if you get indigestion where your body reacts to stress, but I just keep feeling like I've got the indigestion building up with you as well, we're sitting with your energy. So as Ros says, it's the last card of the deck type of thing, the cross. What is it that you're holding on to in a past relationship, or the hurt of a relationship? So it doesn't necessarily have to be romantic. It could be somebody close that has hurt you in a way that you've held on to that energy. That could be the block that is stopping you from having that relationship with somebody on a romantic level moving forward. Okay. So I just got very drawn to the cross points. All right. So I wish you all the best with that. Okay.
Good. Oh, I shouldn't do those sorts of voices. Sorry.
I love it.
I think I'm
That's
supposed
right.
to be a
what
little
you see is
more
what you get with us.
Yeah. But
We're very relaxed.
I'm not being told. I'm putting it on myself, I think. I mean, there are look, there's shows sometimes where you really think, oh God, that's cringeworthy. You're sort of, oh gosh, they're doing that. They're doing that. God. I'm being self-judgmental.
Just be yourself.
And that's the one that just flew out. So who am I answering the next question for? It's this one. Yeah, there you go. So that one flew out. You're getting some. Oh, hang on, you can't see it.
No, we can't.
Oh dear.
Lost it.
I have fun. Like I said, I have fun. I like doing these, and I keep telling myself I do tell myself I'm supposed to be a bit more professional, not having the whole chest heaving up and down because I laugh a lot, or bouncing in the chair or whatever. But yeah, you're right. We are who we are, and this is our show.
Exactly.
And this is the card. I'm going to put it solo and drop the comment. Nearly ended the broadcast again. It's letters. Where does your eye go? It's sealed. it has a seal. It's with authority. It's probably to do with the contract. But what was it that you were asking? It was something about moving soon.
Yeah, so, I love the way that flew out being paper.
Oh yeah,
and there's in front of you, honey.
And there's the quill pen with the feather.
Yep, the feather. Love it. So
what do you think that's telling her?
I would say that's very strong. Yes, honey. You can't beat the signs.
Yes, I thought the same too as it flew out. So, thank you. Thanks for the question. Now, did we answer Nita's, or was that something else?
That's the last one we did. Just Carrie Ann's.
Because it's just, I get very confused sometimes with this. As you all know, that's why I like to move from the bottom up. As the quiz scrolls through, I'm just doing the next one.
Good morning.
Doesn't always work. Yeah, it is a long one. So I will read it out. Is my mum at peace? Since she passed, I was to see her that night, but she told me no, as there was a snowstorm due, and I listened and did not go, and she passed that night. So I would say, yeah.
She is at peace, and I just get she didn't want you to hold on to that last memory of seeing her in that state. So to me, it's more about the happy memories, the loving memories that are embedded in you, and that's the way she wants you to remember her. But I get a beautiful smile. I actually get a bit of emotion that comes through with her. So if you see the emotion building up in me, you know it's through. It is coming from spirit. But she has a hand on her heart, which is my sign for love and pride for you as well. Now, I don't know if you have a piece of jewelry that belonged to Mum, because all of a sudden she's got me playing with my ring. So whether there was a piece of jewelry that's been handed down or a piece that's meant to come to you. Okay? I just need to acknowledge that. All right? So I'll leave you with her, love.
Yes. And I'm just feeling that sense of love. I've got a bit of pressure around the back of my head, and I'm just thinking, it feels like I would so have loved to have had you there, but I knew it wasn't going to be the best thing to have happen, so needed to do that.
Yeah.
I'm just holding my head there. So, yeah, it is. Now, there's Naomi, who's I just have a reading now. It's a general there again too, not a specific question. So I'm going to hide that comment.
Here's more of a specific question, hon. Hey, Leanne.
Leanne's in Tassie. I just thought, I'd show that up. We are really all over. There's another Canadian. It's lovely to see the international guests. Thank you so much for joining in. Now, so this is one from Jasmine. Anything about love, career, or any messages from love? Sorry, I'm leading over, but my glasses aren't as best as they could be at the moment, and it is small print in the side. So, yeah. Is there anything that you're getting for Jasmine there? Quickly, being that there's a choice.
I'm going to touch on a past loved one now. I'm not sure if I've got the grandfather figure or the father figure. I feel if Dad's still here, it's a grandfather figure, but he's acknowledging being very similar to your father in ways, or he was very much like a father figure to you. I get there's a lot of love, there's a lot of pride that comes through, and I need to acknowledge the month of July. So I'm not sure if I've got celebration or I've got the birthday or the anniversary in July, but July is a very strong month for you, is the reference I get with that. I do feel there's a lot of wisdom to this gentleman as well, and I'm in still two minds whether I've got dad or grandfather. I love the way they play with me sometimes. Usually they are more direct and clearer in that way, but I do feel there is very much a fathering role to this person. There's, like I said, there's a lot of wisdom that comes through with him as well, and a lot of strength. But I just keep getting, look at July. All right, so I'll let Ros finish that off.
Yeah, with the cards, it was only the two. I did turn over the third one, and I thought, no, that actually isn't for you. So I'll just bring that up as the solo. It's the older man, so I think it probably is more the grandfather, Leanne, when you're speaking about the wisdom and the age. And the stars. Now, the stars being 16, I think that supports the factor of the July. It's this whatever you wish upon the stars. It's, as far as the numerology conversion goes, So beautiful. I think there's the very quick message through the cards that are there for you. So
I love the way the cards are like that.
I think, well, it does. It's, it is that weaving of the story that I like so much about using them as the tool. They're just so perfect.
Yeah, they are.
And it's not making up a story with, well, especially the Lenormand are more specific. Even over the weekend, well, not the weekend, it was once my family had left and I had time to veg out because, I did need to disconnect the energy a little bit because with a 2.5-year-old, God, you have to. Having a 2.5-year-old around, it was interesting, but and staying a couple of nights. So that build up of an energy that I wanted to release, and I was looking through some YouTubes, and there's so much that you can. A variety in the different tools that you can use for actually helping yourself and understanding yourself and helping you understand human behaviour in other areas as well. And I can't remember the name, Dontre or Destre or something like that, and geomancy and the runes. I've used runes before. So many different ways of looking up things. And it's just each and every one of those, when you connect them together, even in a mixed reading, is just inter-supporting with creating that is the energy at the time. And I'm just so fascinated by how diverse it is, and how some of it is easy to learn. Others take a little bit more, skill. Like you really do have to learn them, not just take the Lenormand, for instance. To me, I'm finding just so easy because they're so literal. Some of the other decks that you might choose to use, like the chocolate deck, it has the meaning there, and the guidebook's quite detailed. That's the one, isn't it? And this latest one that I've got that is the sacred geometry. I will just hook that up, and we can share that. That sacred geometry book, is that showing up or it's not? Yes, it is. I mean, it does, doesn't it? I mean, you look through some of those pages and just flipping through, and they're quite detailed. And when you look at the actual card, unless you've got a jolly good memory, how the heck do you know what the cube means and other things? So they take more learning. It's finding what actually suits you individually, what you're attracted to, what sings to your soul in how you want to learn more about yourself. It really is tuning into your own intuitive being, your own psychic being. They're all just words for the same thing. You resonate with a vibration that is specifically you and your soul. Connect with it. Yeah. And follow it, trust it. And we've said that over and over and over. So, just want to reiterate that.
Jay Lane Canada has just popped in and said hi.
Oh, yeah. Where about? Because we haven't got to too many readings, have we? And it's nearly at the 11:30.
No, she says she failed maths greater than 3.
Oh, yeah, there. Hi, Jay.
We all have our strong points, honey.
Hey, with that little thing, when it's in a comment, what is the arrow and the 3?
Heart. But it does look like greater than 3, but it's a love. It's a heart. It's on its side, but that's how you would put the things together.
I never knew that.
We should get Jay on here with us one day too.
Oh, that'd be a buzz, wouldn't it?
Yeah, well, Jay's open to it. So.
Oh, cool. Might organise that. Apologies for the noise in the background. My dog's inside again. I mean, she is usually an inside dog, and at the moment there's a dog walking past the window, so she's going nuts. So trying to keep it out. That's another dog.
She's definitely putting it as a heart, not the greater than 3. I just love it with a comment about family.
Actually, even that though, when you see those arrows, is the one that points left, is that the less than or greater than?
Greater less than. Greater than's wider.
So it's less than 3.
See, that's where I... As I said, we all have our strong points.
And that one, I mean, they're the shortcuts. They're the shortcuts for the Rosie, you're cute, really. Thank you. I'm supposed to behave a little more professional.
We're gonna have fun.
It is fun. I just love it. But we know that we're coming to the end because it's 11:30. Look, with any of these, I do try to go back and give a 1 or 2 or 3 card little mini short reading. I have gotten into the habit now. I do them all via the video. I'm using my eCam. I record it to YouTube because that's where I can choose different ways I record it. It goes to an unlisted. You get the link and that's it. It's how I'm going to be doing most of my readings now anyway. So I haven't caught up with even the 9th of April yet. So I've got a few weeks to go in those that may have missed out. But eventually you'll get them. And what I'm encouraging, I will be encouraging any that are further than, the 3 frees in that fashion, there is going to be the link sent to more, options, different things. Because we cannot continue to do everything free. So it's just something that does need to be reminded of people. Time is something that is, how would you put it? An asset, it's a commodity, it's whatever you want to call it. Time is actually irrelevant if you go into quantum physics, but it's one of those things. If only we could buy more time. Well, you can't. You can, but you can't. All of the things around all of that, It's just a pleasure to be able to give in this way. I love doing the lives. But you know that there is the links to either of our Facebook pages. Our websites are on our Facebook pages for further links for information. In whichever way that you feel you need to connect to us, there is Messenger bot that's there somewhere. Not Messenger bot, there is Messenger that's there somewhere for appropriate use, not just hammering us for questions that are not relevant and etc. I believe everybody has a sense of common sense and fairness. So that's all I'm going to say around that. And we probably, is there anything else that you want to add? I know we went through a reasonable amount of what we're up to at the start of the show. Was there anything that's cropped into your head since?
Christina's comment caught my attention, just saying there's lots of love here from Canada today. There's a few of you on there, so welcome for joining in. I just want to remind, beautiful, thanks, honey.
I found it.
You did very well. I just want to remind people, join in, help me spread the love for Monday nights. Now it's 8:45 p.m. AST time, Australian Standard Time. My goal is to get 1,000 people watching live and to be open to receive a healing. So I did see there was a lady in the comments earlier on that we didn't get to about a boyfriend with chronic pain. I understand chronic pain and the pressure it puts on families as well, and your loved ones because I suffer with chronic pain. All right, so join in, have him join in, have you both join in on Monday night starting next week for an hour weekly where we're going to do a group healing, and I'll share different tools that I have learned through my own pain and illnesses and stuff to be able to help you guys with your healings, healing yourself, because the mind is a pretty incredible thing as well. Also, what I haven't released as yet is this weekend I'm off to Ballarat. It's a last minute decision. They've been asking me to come and sort of thing. All of a sudden, I've decided I'll go. Nothing like leaving the last minute to pack and
Absolutely.
get to Ballarat.
That's
so,
surprise.
Yeah, that's me. Hello, I'm here. So I'm looking forward to seeing some of the beautiful mediums I've got to know over in Victoria and work with over there as well. So if you're in that Ballarat area, I think it's something about the Gold Exchange or the Money Exchange building. It's an old history building. I know that. I will be available for readings on the Saturday and the Sunday, and I have offered to do live demonstrations as well both days. I'm not sure what time yet. You're welcome, Christina. And so we've got that. What else? I don't know. There's so much going on. I'm kind of a little bit lost.
Yeah, go to your page and you'll find out.
Yeah, check out my website. It's there. I know I've got the girls Psychic Night the 4th of May, 11th of May is Golden Grove. You should get into that, Ros. The it's a 1 day this time.
Just trying to think. I think I might have seen the link for that somewhere. I'm not 100% sure yet.
One at Golden Grove. I'm off to Broken Hill on the 24th of May. Sorry, I've got a live show in Murray Bridge on the 16th, and then I don't even want to think about June. I think I'm away every weekend of that month, the first one because I've had a wedding.
Look, it's great to have a busyness, and just for me, mine is online. Whatever I'm doing at the moment is mostly online, except there is the couple in June, I think, is my next reading sessions. Port Perry and the Adelaide one, but that's June.
I haven't done that.
Whether I get to anything in the meantime, I don't know, because my aim is I am needing to prepare a house to go to market, like to sell it. It's where I did live before, and I've decided I will move that on. Someone else can enjoy that location. I loved it. Beautiful by the sea and everything, but it's time to move on from that. So, and I don't know the timeline of that. So that's why I'm fitting in with whatever is online, like the ability to do online bookings is more flexible when I'm not sure what I'm doing day to day. One of the things, just to remind people too, when you mentioned the time zone we're in, it's actually, we are Adelaide time, which is Australian Central Standard Time. Okay, so when you're looking up time zones on those types of calendars, it's ACST, Adelaide time.
I haven't been putting the C in there.
No, you haven't. And it's small detail, but when you're searching on a time zone or world clock, I use time zones as a website to do that. It does make a difference. If you choose Adelaide, it's the central one, South Australia. It's so. Okay. On that note, we
Facebook and fix.
I think we probably finished all of the catch-ups on thinking what we have in mind. Next week, same time as usual. And for those that you feel in your circle of friends and etc., it's something that if you think it suits them, you just chat about it and you get them to click what links are necessary and to join in. And that's being creative. Wherever it is, there, you can find it. Look at the screen. It's there somewhere. So thank you so much for being part of our show, and especially to those who will be watching this as replay. Thank you very much. Binge networkers and all of the systems that we're through, because there's also now Global Radio Network or whatever. So thank you, everyone. Namaste, and we'll see you next week.
Enjoy. Bye.